Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stacy with Plan on Charms. And in today's video, we are going to be doing an outgoing mail swap. So I was part of a group swap and the theme is steampunk. And let me show you what the requirements were so that as we're going through it, you know kind of what we're looking at. Okay, so let's see. Handmade greeting card, an MDC or ATC. So this is like a memory dex card or artist trading card. And then with those, you'll want your information on the back. And then a set of 2 rosettes, a set of 2 tags, a beaded item, and an altered pencil box to put everything in. So let's go ahead and put that to the side here. And then the host of this is Jen made it. I think that's her YouTube channel. Anyways, I'll have her information down below. This is the second swap that I am participating that Jen hosted. So yeah, I'll have her information down below. So let's go ahead and show you here. Okay, so this is the altered pencil box that I did. So this is a wooden pencil box that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I put several coats of paint in various colors, and then I used Tim Holtz Distress Spray in a couple of different colors as well, and then kind of brushed it on. And then I did a heat gun, and I don't know if you can see, but it kind of created this little effect here where it bubbled up, and it turned out really great. And then I have some faux leather straps to make it look like a suitcase, and then just different gears and metals that I layered up. And then on the front here, I added a couple of buttons and corner pieces. And then with this, I actually used the heat gun on it, and it was an accident where it melted this faux leather. However, I feel like it kind of adds to that distressed vibe. So yeah, and then let's go ahead and open it up. And then on the inside of the box, I did keep it pretty simple with just like some browns and blacks. Okay, now let's pull everything out of here, and then we'll go through each piece as I put it back in. Okay, so the first thing, so I did a pokey tool, and let's go ahead and, so I did the pokey tool here, and I used some tarnished beads and then black and gold, and then the tarnished ones are in like this silver. And I had a couple of bracelets that broke on me, and I've just been holding on to it, you know, to fix it at a later time. But anyways, I felt like the beads worked out really well because they were kind of tarnished, and it kind of added to that vibe of, you know, the steampunk. And then on the top here, it has this little hook, this eyelet, and so I added some teal painted chain, and then hung a bunch of different beads and charms off of it, some gears, just to kind of add to the steampunk vibe. So it's all different mixed metals. I just felt like all the mixed metals worked well for this theme. So yeah, there's just a bunch of different things, and so that's what it looks like all together. I think it turned out really cute. Okay, let's put that back in. And of course I have things already packaged up. but that's okay. And kind of flap that around so that it stays put, and then I feel like if I get it packaged back up now, then I'll be able to have it ready to send off. Okay, and then this one I'm actually pretty happy with how it turned out. So this is, I did the memory decks card. So I did a shaker. So this is kind of puffed up here, and I did a shaker, and inside here there's some sequins, and then I used some of the metal gears that I had. I bought one of those big variety packs that has different colors and sizes and all that. And then over here on the corner, I did different gears and the clock hands. And then I just hung some more of that teal chain. And then this here is like a spring that I smashed down, and I just felt like that kind of gave it all of the steampunk vibes. And then of course the background here has it's a steampunk digital that I purchased on Etsy, and then I added these little corner pieces, so it's the same ones that's on the leather straps there, and I felt like it just added a little bit more. If I thought about it ahead of time, I probably could have added some up here, but that's okay. And then on the back, I have my name, my Instagram, YouTube, my birthday, and favorite color. And yeah, so that is the memory decks card that I did. Excuse me, I'm kind of losing my voice. I don't feel like it's that early in the morning for me to be losing my voice, but let me grab some coffee anyways. Okay, so we'll put that in there. And then for the rosettes, I actually did 4 of them. I did 4 different sizes. I'm not going to take this out of the packaging because I don't want anything to fall off, like of the backer page. But I just did rosettes using that same digital paper, so it's on the back of this as well. And I just made the rosettes in 4 different sizes, and then layered up some gears and buttons, like this button here. So it's the same that's on here, and I really like those. And then, you know, the different gears and whatnot. And then I did another pack of 4 here, and this one is actually going to be for Jen. I like to send the host a little something just as a thank you. So I did a couple of rosettes for her. And then, let's see. Okay, so the tags, I'm going to go ahead and put this out of the way a little bit here. Okay, so the pack of 2 tags. So here's what the tags look like. So they are on some cardstock here, and then I layered it up with different ephemera stickers. This has got a Brad on it. And then I did a little eyelet, and then I did a stained trim here. So I did like a coffee and tea stained, and then I sprayed it with some purple and teal distressed ink and dried it out, and that's how it turned out. I think it turned out pretty neat. Like, I like the colors of it. So yeah, I have different stickers, ephemera, jewels, buttons, all of that on there. And then on the back, I just attached this at the top, but I thought it was a nice little journaling piece, so that if anyone wanted to use these in junk journals, there's a little journaling spot. Like, this one's a little bit dark, but you can still write on it, or even with some what do you call it? Gel, like a white gel pen or light colored gel pen. But yeah, so I just attached those, like I said, at the top, so it's free on the bottom there. And then I did a couple more journaling card tags for Jen as well. So there's a couple for her. Okay, let me put these away. So this was a fun swap to do. It was pretty challenging since I don't do a whole lot of steampunk stuff, and it's not typically something I work with. However, I do love the mixed metals and the coloring, and it was a lot of fun to do this. So, okay, I think I'm going to put these. This pencil box is just like a hair small for everything to fit in there. So, unfortunately, things curl a little bit. And then I did purchase some more digital artwork from Etsy, and I went ahead and cut up some die cuts. So there's a pack for Jen and then one for my swap partner. So it's all just different steampunk ephemera for them to use in a journal or future swaps or however they want to use them. But it's just some die cut stickers. And then here's the card that I did. So I inked the edges of the card as well as the envelope, and then I left the inside of the card blank, and I layered it with like this light blue robin's egg type paper with these gold splatters, and then I used this cream colored paper that I ran through my die cutting machine with some embellished folders, embossing folders, that's what they're called. And then I lightly inked it so that you could see the imprinting a little bit more, and then added the little sentiment there. And then I was trying to keep it flat so that if they were mailing it off, it wouldn't cost extra postage. So I opted to just use the gold stickers in the corner here to add a little something. I was going to put raised jewels, but then I opted to just do the stickers so that it keeps it flat for easier mailing. So yeah, that is everything in my steampunk swap here. And like I said, I will have the information down below for Jen, the host, for her YouTube and Instagram. So if you want to participate in future swaps that she hosts, you certainly can. She has some really fun themes that she's put together, and I can't wait for her next one. So I hope you follow along for more swaps and crafty videos. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye, friends.